We not salty. You on our show. We man, he just come up in my face, try to Suge Knight us stuff. Hey, D-Lo, lock the door. Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, Ben10, back with another classic, back with another banger. Here doing what we got to do to get to where we got to go. We got a treat for y'all today, starting this way. He having technical difficulties.
D-Lo from the 6th floor.
What's good, Josh? Your boy Aaron Spencer, A-Money from Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes, sir. Well, I said that we had a treat for y'all today, starting this way, man. We got a special guest in the studio tonight. You dig me? I need my congregation to build me up. You dig me?
Go ahead with the intro, bro. Go ahead with the intro.
My friends.
We short staffed.
Man, we got a former LU football player, huh? Currently graduating senior, huh?
Yes, sir.
One of the leaders of the LU Roundtable. Two of the leaders of the LU Roundtable. We got my boy, Adonis. And we got my guy, Big O, man. Give a warm welcoming round of applause for Adonis and Big O.
Man, we appreciate that.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Blessed, bro. Blessed. That's all I can ever say, for real, for real. That's the first thing that come out my mouth when you ask me how I'm doing.
Talking to Mike.
But I ain't want to,
Oh, you fine. Just throw it back and forth, man.
All right. I'll let you get your stuff off.
We're just going to start real simple, man. So can you explain to the people what is LU Roundtable?
So, first off, let's talk about the Roundtable in itself. The Roundtable is an organization, and it's nationwide, right? So it's not just at Lincoln, it's not just at other HBCUs, it's nationwide. But we connect HBCUs nationwide with service and litness and higher education. You know what I'm saying? So any way we get the opportunity to serve the community or serve our HBCU or serve the people, we want it to be fun, and we want people to just connect with each other. And so that's what it is. And then our branch, the LUMO Roundtable, is one of the bigger branches, I would say, of the Roundtable within itself. We currently have probably the most members out of all the other roundtables around the nation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all see the type of events we do when we do them. We like to have fun. We encourage people to come as you are, come be yourself, and come have a good time.
That sounds dope. How did Big O get involved with the LU Roundtable?
So this is how Big O got involved. They had put out, it was over the summer, matter of fact, they put out, 2 summers ago, they put out, if the Roundtable is not at your school, send this information to this whatever page, and we gonna get in contact with you. So I'm like, yeah, I think this would be something that could help our school out. So let me send my information. And at the time, Morion Owens, he reached out before I did. Great guy, was our president last year. Love the guy. He hit me up. He was like, so did you do that? Did you DM the? And I was like, yeah, man, I did that. So he was like, well, let's work together. We had worked together before as ambassadors, giving tours for the school. So I knew what type of guy I was already working with. So I was like, all right, well, let's do this. And so that's how I got into it. So when people talk to me about it, it's like my baby, right? Like I carried it.
You and Maury, y'all two of the founding fathers to bring it here to LU.
Right. So
okay.
it was our babies, right? So you look at us here, and people, they'll joke and be like, the founders. But nah, it's a joke, but it's still like,
nah, man, you big soldier of the LU.
Feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
We carry that and we take it. And then we've had other members that have been there literally maybe a month or two after us. You know, Tatiana, our current president right now. Adonis came on board. He been rocking with us ever since. We have 8 members. So it started like that, but it's grown into so much more.
So y'all got 8 members. Do y'all plan on growing that, or do y'all like it where it is with the 8, like the little small thing?
Nah, so and I told you, you may think 8 is small, right? But like I said, the other branches of the round table, 1 or 2, maybe 3 members at that.
Oh man.
And we're definitely open. You know what I'm saying? We're not turning anybody back right now. Right now, we focusing on getting everything together. So when we do open our doors, like it say, when the floodgates of heaven open, you just want it to be ready.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we currently focus on right now. We want everything to be set. So when we open the floodgates, it'll be received by all.
Dope. So we got Donis here, man. Donis, man. We know Big O. Man, tell us, how did you get involved with the LU Roundtable, man?
Man, Philly is the reason I got involved with the round table. I ain't gonna cap. Everybody know Philly. You know, you from Philly. You feel me? He talk with a lot of you feel me? So he got the rapping with me, man. I was like, what's the round table? He started talking about it, you know, getting me into it, trying to get me into a little event. I'm like, man, I want to join that. They sound like they lit. Because last time I heard CAB, I ain't want to get into that. They was, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So I was like, let me go ahead and try my shot with the round table, you feel me? And they let me in with open arms. So I've been rocking with them ever since.
Yeah, man. Sound like y'all embracive, man. Sound like that y'all ain't discriminating. Y'all just letting people in, and y'all do. So being that said, are there any requirements? Because we don't want to just seem like you just let anybody just jump into the LU. Are there any requirements for the LU? And either or y'all can answer this. Any requirements to get into LU Roundtable?
Man, to be honest, you got to come in. If you want to join the round table, bro, you got to have something to put on the table, bro. You can't just come in and be like, ooh, I want to help y'all plan an event. You got to have ideas. You got to have that energy, bro. You got to be able to, like, talk to people, get them to, you know, interact type thing.
So when you talk about requirements, right?
Yes, sir.
You think GPAs and what have you done, and you know, you hear well, what can you do for us, and what is this gonna do for you? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. At the end of the day, you know, if you feel like you have a reason to serve your community and serve your HBCU, we not gonna turn you away. You know what I'm saying? If you come to us and we feel it, right? You know, you get it when somebody not BSing you and when somebody is on that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man. We chopping block all the time, man.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Hey, picking them up, putting them down, man. Hey, bro. you smell me, you know what I'm saying?
feel
you
it.
feel
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. So-
You know the dig?
Nah, me.
So, you know, when we understand that some people might do this for the looks, just like they might say they want to be a LU broadcaster and do it just because they knew y'all do funny videos.
We coming up, you know. People
Right,
trying to
you know what
join.
I'm saying? And then when they get in, they only doing it for the shirt, or they only doing it to get in the events for free, or they only doing it to drink, or whatever the case may be. But as far as requirements, man, we just want to feel that you want to serve just as bad as we do, that you want to make stuff happen just as bad as we do. That's what it come down to us as far as requirements.
So speaking of events, man, I know y'all be throwing some cool events, some lit events. So tell us about some of the things that y'all got going on.
So, like you said, we just had our sip and paint not too long ago at McClung, and we had a great turnout for that. We did, during homecoming, had a Who Got the Juice party, if y'all got to participate in that. That was...
Yeah, we gonna drink.
Yeah, we a dry campus.
Man, shout out to EJ. Was EJ was Young King, man. Shout out to my first cousin, EJ, man. You on the dig, we love you.
Appreciate
We're gonna have you on the show one of these days.
Do y'all got any events coming up too soon that people can
Right,
get ready
so currently right now, we doing our next Friday, matter of fact, well, this Friday coming up, because Friday's today. So this Friday coming up, we got the drunk karaoke coming up. It's at McClung. We had one last spring semester. It went up at Savannah's. Savannah's is no longer with us. RIP to Savannah's. It's some little other place now. I don't know what it is, but they be tripping, so we'll keep it moving. But we got that coming up. November 16th, we planned a Rep Your City party collabing with KK Sai on Saturday. So and it's the first home game for the girls. So we hoping the girls go out there and get a dub, and then we can all tee up, and everybody could come and rep their city.
I'm gonna get y'all playlist for KC, man. 'Cause I don't think we be doing KC justice at these
Man,
parties.
look.
I'm about to say y'all the playlist for KC.
Look, man, you can send us. You can send it to us. I'm gonna get it out there. But what I can say is they always do my city, Indianapolis, dirty.
Oh.
Y'all got some songs. Y'all got some songs that people like just know.
It ain't about the songs, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we don't really got no songs. But y'all don't even give. They don't give us a shout out. Man, every time I go to a step show or the fashion show, they got the calling out cities. They call out every other city but Indianapolis. I'll be like, I ain't even gonna lie. What was the fashion show where Nick hosted? I text Nick. I said, so you just said forget Indianapolis, huh? I texted him while he was on.
What'd he say?
He talking about something. I couldn't go back and say it. I said, it's all right, bro. All right, I'm gonna let you live this
Big
time.
O, man, Big O out here pressing people like Suge Knight, man. You ain't gonna shout out my city.
It's not about that, but I'm saying they just don't. It's enough of us out here now to where they can at least, Indianapolis people, let us get our little shouts and giggles, and you know what I'm saying.
I feel you, man. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend Samantha. She's from Indianapolis.
Facts.
I feel you. I feel you.
It's a lot of us out here now. Well, it's enough. I'll say that. It's enough for us to get our shout out. They'll never. So while I'm on camera and while I throw a rep your city party,
Man, let it be known.
I'm gonna shout my team out, Indianapolis, Naptown. When we coming. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I got a question. I know everybody want to know this.
Uh-oh.
So you scrolling down Twitter and you see somebody post something, and you see a comment from the round table. It be some off the wall stuff. So everybody want to know who is behind the post on Twitter. We got to get an answer, man.
We got to, man.
Nah, come on, Big O, man. Nah, Big O, man. Big O, get the mic back, man. Nah, Big O.
Who's behind the round table Twitter, man?
Let us know.
Who be
Nah,
sending,
Big
who
O,
be
man.
sending the
Come
tweets,
on, man. You Suge Knight, man. Let it be known, bro.
I'm gonna give y'all the answer. Y'all all been waiting for it.
Let's rock
Hold
with it.
on. Let's tune in.
I don't know.
Oh, Big O.
Oh, bro, you gotta know.
Big
You gotta
O.
know. You gotta know. You gotta know who's sending them tweets out, man.
You want to know what's so crazy? I'm the events manager of the LUMO Roundtable, and I do not know.
Adonis, you
Go ahead and tell me.
Man, I don't know who it is. Look. Hey. I don't know who that is out there, but they doing their thing. I ain't gonna catch them.
I mean, really got the people pressed to find out who's behind this Twitter. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry though. That's one of those things that's a little deeper than me.
We gonna get the answer one day.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna find out one day.
Mm-hmm. Not from I can't answer that though, but mm-hmm.
So any more questions for the LU?
Nah, I was saving up that question all week since I found that they wanted to do the show. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Man, we appreciate it though. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the opportunity to be able to come on the show. Like I said, we support everybody, and we want everybody to support us. Yeah. At the end of the day, whether you CAB, whether you Roundtable, whether you broadcasters, any registered organization, any unregistered organization, man, at the end of the day, we all here for education. You know what I'm saying? We all here to have fun while we here, but still get that paper. So, at the end of the day, like I said, we shouldn't be sitting here talking about, people trying to step on people's toes and da-da-da-da. Nah, we all trying to have fun. And if we can bring it to campus or, you know what I'm saying, take it all outside of campus where everybody can still have fun and not go too crazy.
Right.
Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what the round table is about. You know what I'm saying? If we can't get it on campus, we gonna bring it off campus and we gonna do that and still allow everybody to have fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Did anybody watch Dolomite?
Dolomite? I didn't watch it yet, but I saw.
I like kinda and fell asleep. on it because
Oh, you fell asleep on Dolomite?
it was late at night. It was
The
like 3 in the
legendary
morning.
dog? Oh, that's
It's
understandable.
like 3 in the morning.
I seen the original one, not this new one that came
Oh,
out.
you gotta watch the
I
new
don't
one,
even know
man.
what it is.
Eddie Murphy.
Yo, D-Lo don't be in the mix with nothing, man.
Man, D-Lo young, man. D-Lo
Every time we
freshman.
bring
He
up
out here
something,
wilding,
I
man.
don't know, man. I
You
don't know.
underdig
If
me?
you don't go on the 6th floor, D-Lo don't know, man.
Man, Eddie Murphy did his thing. Big shout out to him. They talking about Oscars. That wasn't a part of our hot topics, but I just thought I'd bring that up because I really enjoyed that movie. Speaking of hot topics, man. Speaking of legends. Speaking of people who did their thing, man. Shout out to John Witherspoon, man.
Yeah, man. Pops, man.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace to Pops. Anybody got any favorite movies that Pops was a part of, or
You gotta say Friday.
Yeah,
off
you
rip,
gotta
man.
say
Yeah, I was
Friday.
going to say
Friday
them
series
the
off
original.
Friday,
Oh,
I mean, I like
Boondocks.
him in the
Boondocks.
Boondocks. You know.
Did his thing on Soul Plane, all that, man.
yeah.
The Wayne's Brothers, that wasn't a movie, but hey,
Yeah.
Wayne.
You know, anything he was in was really,
Funny.
it was like that.
He gave that
So,
energy.
But nah, so I was on Twitter and I saw his son. I don't know if y'all know he got a son,
Yeah.
JD Witherspoon. He was like did Vine, YouTube, all that. He made a post saying, like, you know, after 1 or 2 days, all the trends gonna die down. People just gonna go back to living their life. But me and my family, we still gonna be grieving about this. So do y'all feel like that's like a real thing when celebrities die? You know, it's like one of those yeah, we so sad. He was a legend. This and that. And then like after the next days, everybody just go back on to what they doing and don't care no more. Y'all think like that's actually a recurring thing with people, with celebrities?
I mean, it's just like the impact the celebrity gave. Like, so if it was they gave a big impact to us. You know, it's gonna take longer for us to grieve. But if it's like a celebrity that didn't impact, like, I don't know how to put it, but like it's just the impact of how what the celebrity gave us determines.
I feel like it's. I feel like, well, first I'm gonna say this: if anybody die, for the most part, you're gonna be glorified, and
Yeah.
people gonna show more love to you after you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Versus when you
Always.
were actually here. You underdig? Now in the Pop situation, yeah, man. People are gonna start. The Pops posts are gonna die down. People aren't gonna be as hoorahing up about it days after his passing. With that being said, his legacy will live on. You underdig? And then a lot of things play into it. Like, how did Pops die? Was it like natural causes?
I don't know if they released
Yeah, I
it.
don't really
He
know.
was
Released it.
77, so yeah.
He was 77, so for the most part, it was natural causes. You know, God bless the dead. But I think we all can. It'd be safe to assume that Pops had a good life. It ain't really.
Good career.
It ain't really nothing that we can be upset about. For the most part, he was well taken care of. You underdig? He was still doing interviews, still doing shows up until his death. I think he still had some on the board. You underdig? So those deaths are a little more easier to kind of, you know what I mean, grieve and understand for the general public. Now his family, they can grieve however they want. Now as far as like Nipsey Hussle or Tupac or someone who was 24 through 30 or just somebody young and their life was just taken by a cause that wasn't natural, then I feel like those are a little more difficult to understand or even get over, if you understand what I'm saying. You feel me?
So do y'all think, cause I know y'all heard Boondocks coming back, all that. Do y'all think they should continue with the show, even though like he won't be able to be a part of it? Cause like Granddad, that was a iconic role of his. And so do y'all think they should replace him, or do y'all just think they should just just like let go of the Boondocks?
But I think they was already filming, so let that come, and then like during the show he just dies.
Nah, I don't think they should do that. That's
I mean, but
that'd
who else
be-
gonna play him?
I think they need to leave it alone unless the kids grow up and Granddad just ain't a part of the
That's
season no
what
more.
I'm
I don't want to hear nobody trying to imitate
saying.
Pops.
Yeah.
You underdig?
Granddad, you can't.
I just feel like some stuff you can recreate, some stuff you just leave it alone. I feel like in this case, it's one of them situations where you just gotta leave it alone. Can't nobody do Pops like Pops do Pops. You underdig what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about that. What about you, Big O, man?
So I kind of wanted to go back to what y'all was asking about the impact. And it's crazy what you said because I was kind of thinking the same thing. I think when I think celebrities, right? The original questions is, like what do celebrities what was you saying? How do celebrities like the
like
impact?
people, the impact.
How
that
do
they
the
have,
people take it?
Grieve.
I think it just depends on how much people talk about it, right? And so what I mean by that is, for me, when Nipsey passed, I was like, dang, right? And I did go get a whole arm sleeve. I got the TMC flag running across my arm, victory lap in between it. You know what I'm saying? Life is a marathon, not a sprint. I got some of the dedication lyrics on my arm on the scroll. So I went in. So for me, Nipsey will never be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody that looks at my arm that understands Nipsey is gonna see, oh yeah, he rock with Nipsey, right? But I think for like actors and actresses and people like that, it just is when people talk about them. Like, so like, not saying this, but just say when Will Smith passed away or Denzel passed away, people gonna talk about it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because of the impact that they had, more than just with acting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or music and things like that. These are people that when I go on YouTube, I might type in wise words from Will Smith just so I know, you know what I'm saying, he talking some real stuff that I might need to hear. I don't necessarily know if John had, other than his acting roles, you know what I'm saying, videos and stuff. Now, maybe because of the time and stuff that he was in, you know, and media and things like that wasn't that big. But at the same time, I think he'll be more talked about and remembered when you go, dang, what are some black actors, some black men that were actors, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, oh, John Witherspoon, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily, the post may die down, but as far as people talking in their living room or in their own home or in their space or amongst each other, that doesn't die down. And that's what J.D. Witherspoon doesn't get to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way. Like, yeah, the post may stop, and yeah, his family gonna be grieving, but the people are still gonna be talking about him, you know what I'm saying, and the things that he did on the earth. And then, what was the next question? I'm sorry.
With the Boondocks, do you think they should keep the
Man,
show
look,
going
at the end of the day, the show is still on Hulu, so I'm gonna watch Hulu.
Yeah.
I bet Hulu, you know what I'm saying, right? The views
views
went up just because my man's passed away. So, do I think they should stop it? Nah, but they need to give him like a special tribute. You know what I'm saying? And if they are going to replace him, it need to be somebody that's like high caliber, like.
I don't even see it.
I don't see nobody who can.
I don't see it.
I'm just saying if they do, right? That's just
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I just don't. I feel like they just gonna have to redo the whole culture of the show and just make the kids adults.
Older.
You know what I'm saying? With speaking of impact in the culture, did anybody hear about the T.I. and Iggy controversy?
Yeah.
Man, what, any thoughts and opinions on the T.I. and Iggy controversy?
You know, I'm gonna let y'all go first, and then I'm gonna listen and see.
Okay,
and
you gonna listen and dissect it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll dissect it for you guys. Well, I watched the interview, and basically T.I. was saying that he wished he hadn't put so much into Iggy Azalea because once she realized that the white community was messing with her, she kind of turned her back on the black community. You see what I'm saying? And he was saying the whole time she just started exposing herself with freestyles that she was doing on radio shows, and he was like she had writers the whole time, and what are you guys' views on that? And then Iggy did respond. She did try to respond, basically saying that she did what she did, whatever, but she was unapologetic about it, and she was just saying she is who she is with or without T.I. My personal opinion, I don't think we know Iggy Azalea if T.I. hadn't introduced her to the black hip-hop community.
For sure.
So any views on that?
She just needs to just keep quiet.
Keep quiet.
Like, you ain't gonna hear nobody in the car say, hey, play that new Iggy Azalea. No.
Hey, now back then when she first came out, I ain't gonna cap.
She had 2 songs.
Hey, but hey, that's all it take nowadays.
What was the song?
That fancy song. It was
Yeah.
some
I'm
other song.
so fancy.
Yeah, that who that? That IG man.
and
don't
what else?
act like that
She had a song called "Problem" with Ariana Grande.
Oh, yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
She had mediocre with T.I.
Like she had some cool cuts, man. But nowadays, I don't even know if she's still making music. 'Cause I know ain't she with Playboy Cardi?
I don't know.
Yeah, she would Playboy Cardi.
Look,
Yeah.
man, I don't
Now-
be following. They not following me in my life.
Hey, you right.
You feel me? They ain't putting no money in my pocket. But I think after hearing that, it's so crazy how people will, like, when it happens all the time, right? And it don't matter what scale it's on. It don't matter if it's on a celebrity scale, Lincoln scale,
Yeah.
middle school, Jace. It don't matter, right? Once people are not cool, man, it seems like everything just come out. You know what I'm saying?
The loyalty. Ain't no loyalty no more.
I mean, that's what it sound like. Cause obviously, when they was cool and rocking with each other, we ain't hear none of this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they not rocking with each other. She had writers. She was doing all this other stuff.
And I feel like initially he wasn't even gonna say none of that, but he was just so hurt by how when the white community, she thought that the white
Right.
community was messing with her, she just turned her back on the black community in hip hop.
Well, that's what she get for not messing with the black people. You know what I'm saying? Just power to the people, man. Look.
My question is, did T.I. smash? That's what I want.
Oh.
Oh.
Because the black community, white community, it don't sound right to me, man. It sounds like it's something else going on, man.
You saying T.I.
sound-
hurt? You
it
think
sound like he
on
hurt,
some, on some
man.
personal, on
It
some
sound like
personal,
it's
real
hurt.
personal.
You know, T.I. got that representation.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, man,
he
T.I. Berry, man, I don't know what that man did or didn't do. You underdig me? I don't know what he did or didn't do.
If we could get an answer to that.
Man.
You feel like that'll...
That'll shake the
That
whole.
clear the
That'll
whole-
shake the table.
Anyway,
That'll shake the table.
speaking of people who's popping and not popping anymore, what do y'all think about T-Pain?
Man,
Legend.
T-Pain is a legend.
legend.
A legend.
For sure.
Well,
I don't like that face y'all making over there. 'cause
Especially for our
Who?
generation. He a legend.
that face Adonis made.
So, you know, T-Pain is that guy.
Yes.
I still throw on you know what I'm saying, my T-Pain playlist in my phone and rip the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it shows, and I don't necessarily know, I don't think any of us know the causes of why people didn't buy the tickets, you know what I'm saying, for his show. Because if it was me and he was somewhere close, he can have my
That's what I'm
money
saying.
and I'm going to the show.
I think, yeah, because like you said, like last week he made that post that said he's gonna cancel the show because of low tickets and all that. And like honestly, like a lot of people in the comments said they didn't even know he was going on concert.
I didn't
Yeah,
even.
So I
They
think
didn't
it's one of
advertise it.
I think it's one of those things like poor like promotion, poor planning
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Because like I said, trust me, if T-Pain was coming to Kansas City, St. Louis, something
Man,
close,
I'm going.
I'm in there. T-Pain got too many hits not
And
to
we-
be in there throwbacks,
Too
nostalgia
many
things
hits.
like you hear like I'm in love with a stripper,
I'm
bartender,
sprung,
I'm
bartender,
sprung,
right.
chopped and screwed.
Right.
Have you ever? Man, come on now.
You feel me?
T-Pain.
I'm
Man,
T-Pain.
T-Pain was on the hook. He was a hit.
Hello, like T-Pain like really had too many hits for like people to not.
He started a lot of stuff in the, that auto tune.
Yeah.
It was there before him, but he was the one that like made it big. Like people
made
was
it
like,
pop.
yo. And then I don't know if y'all heard that little mashup he did of his song where he was singing without the
After
auto.
auto-tune, he can sing. I didn't even
Yeah,
know.
he got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad, right? Because that's the type of music that we kind of grew up on, and it's just like, and it's crazy to think we think of old school music like Biggie and Pac, but really that's old school that'll be old school for our kids, and it's like, nigga, that ain't old school. That's what we grew up on. My bad. But
Yeah.
Man, Adonis, you been making a face, man. What's the beef with T-Pain, man?
he ain't old enough, man.
First of all,
What's the beef?
I'm mess.
He ain't old enough.
What he say? I'm gonna buy you. That's cool. You feel me? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Bartender?
Yeah,
Oh man, he trying to
Yeah,
stunt on
you
T-Pain.
feel me?
Man,
Come
bro,
on,
you
man.
can't stunt on
I'm
T-Pain,
just
bro.
saying, man. I mean, he cool and all. I don't.
Man, T-Pain, that was the first CD I ever got like to own by myself back in 05, man. That T-Pain album. That was the first CD I ever got.
He cool. I see why. I know why he ain't get a lot of ticket sales, but I ain't gonna speak on it. But
Why he ain't
why
get
ain't get
tickets?
a
yet?
lot?
Why he ain't get it?
Like I said, promotion is my
T-Pain.
thing.
What?
I'm telling
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
If
Right.
you
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say exactly what you said. It's T-Pain.
exactly,
You saying it's T-Pain in a negative connotation. I'm saying it's T-Pain like, yo, it's T-Pain.
exactly. Because if you
talk,
saw the
man.
comments on the post he made, people was on there talking about you was going on tour. I ain't even know.
So you
Like,
telling me you wouldn't spend your money to go?
Hell no.
you can't tell me.
Well,
y'all crazy.
Well, being that it is 4 out of 5 that's actually rocking with T-Pain, you underdig, at the LU broadcasters and the LU Roundtable, we just gonna assume that it was a crisis within his camp, maybe low promotion or not enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because usually you do a Breakfast Club interview or something before you go on tour. But speaking of crisis within the camp and Breakfast Club, anybody heard anything about what's going on with them?
Man, so yeah, I don't know. Like back in 2016, I think it was, Gucci Mane was on the Breakfast Club, and if y'all remember, like just recently, they started putting the clips back up. He was saying how Angela Yee like tried to, get at him, tried to come by the hotel room, get at him.
Right.
But she like denied everything, talk about that, and then they got into it on the show and all that. And then like rumor got around that Gucci Mane was banned from the show, but like they all like denied the facts. Gucci Mane just went on there calling Angela Yee this and that. Said he was gonna smack the mess out of
Right.
DJ Envy when he saw him, all that. And so, but then so all that went down, and then just recently, like a week or two ago, Charlamagne had Gucci Mane on the interview by himself, and Gucci Mane went on to call Angela Yee the B word, this and that, talk about DJ Envy, and Charlamagne just laughed at the stuff, So Angela Yee she got pressed by the situation because she thought Charlamagne should have defended her, they do the show together, they basically family and all that stuff like that. And so she they asked was she beefing, she never gave a straightforward answer, but she was on some what would you do in that situation, somebody you thought was close to you laughed at somebody talking down on you and all that stuff. So do y'all feel like Angela Yee's taking it too far, she's doing too much, or do y'all think she's in good in right standing with being mad about it?
How can she be mad? She tried to smash him. Now when the facts come out, Gucci Mane always being real. So Gucci Mane, in my eyes, ain't gonna lie.
Okay, fellas.
I agree with bro.
I feel like Charlamagne is a goof. That's what I feel like. He's a goofy. I ain't gonna cap.
Man, this dude.
Whose
Whose man's is this, bro?
Listen,
Yo, Big O, man, get your man's, bro.
They be
Get
having
your
the hot
man.
takes,
Listen, man.
Yo.
think about it, bro. If you had some peoples, bro, and they was talking down on you, and you heard your peoples laughing at you, what you gonna do?
Yeah, that's why I feel
He
like
a goofy.
she
You right.
Well, let me give my perspective on it, because I'm a Breakfast Club connoisseur.
Hello.
I feel like, honestly, personally, Angela Yee been had some friction towards Charlamagne. And this Gucci Mane interview ain't got nothing to do with that. I feel like she been had friction. I feel like Charlamagne has outgrown the Breakfast Club. Be honest.
Yeah.
Nah.
Can you sit through a Breakfast Club interview without Charlamagne?
Yeah,
You can't, no.
they had a Fantasia one just a few weeks ago.
I ain't.
Hey,
I ain't. But can DJ Envy give an interview by herself?
now that's
No.
different. You said Charlamagne. We
No,
ain't talking
because
about
there's been
Envy.
times that Charlamagne was on there giving interviews by himself
Yeah.
He can do that.
with Jared Carmichael in the studio by himself. And the interview still did what it did. Charlamagne is the meat of the show.
I think they all bring what they bring to it.
They
though.
all bring what they bring.
Charlamagne,
They
the
all-
But Charlamagne's just like the
MVP.
shit. I'm gonna say it, the asshole of the show.
goofball.
He's the one that's gonna.
I feel like
say
the
the
show's coming to an end.
Oh nah, Breakfast Club ain't never
I
gonna be
feel
done
like I'm telling
until they
you,
say it's over. It ain't gonna be over.
Charlamagne got best-selling book out.
What he write a book about?
Just life. Just
He
him.
wrote about mental health within the black community called Shook Ones, man. You got to check that out. Charlamagne got best-selling book. Charlamagne got several other streams of revenue. Don't get me wrong. All of them do. I feel like Angela Yee, she should have just brushed that off her shoulder. She said what she said. She did what she did. She have yet to take accountability for what she said to Gucci in the other interview.
How many women do?
A lot of women take accountability. Big O.
Not all of them.
Not all.
Not most of them. It's a few.
I'm talking about specifically. I'm not speaking on it as a gender thing or I don't know where Big O going. What the? I'm talking about Angela Yee. You feel me? I'm saying Angela Yee has yet to take accountability for what she said to Guwap. She act like she wasn't even flirting with that man.
I feel like she should be like, she can be mad. Cause say me and you, say just now this interview, Big O came on here on some hot stuff, talking bad about me, this and that. Then boom, a couple weeks later, you do an interview with him. He like, man, F that dude, F that. You seem like, yeah. I'll be like, damn, man.
But
man,
it's the difference though. No.
Oh,
Had
man.
you told me they had an interview and they was like Gucci saying that he banned from the Breakfast. She like, oh, he's not banned from the Breakfast Club. I mean, I may not be here, but he's not banned. He can come up here and do an interview. Okay, Charlamagne does the interview. Now she upset.
Nah, she wasn't upset at the interview. She was upset at the fact.
So she
that
wasn't
once
upset at the fact that he sat down with Gucci.
No, because he's in the interview. Gucci Man called her out her name, and Charlamagne just like laughed at it. Like he didn't try to like, hey man, calm down. You know this and that. He like they basically just like laughed at it like it wasn't nothing big, and she like felt like disrespected by that.
Charlamagne said, Gucci, man, you going back to the old Gucci. You going back to the old Gucci.
That's
the
what we
interview
want.
was about mental health. He was like, Gucci. He's like, you can't get on the phone with DJ Envy and Angela Yee. Gucci said, no. What do you want Charlamagne to do from that point? Swing on the guy? He tried to mend the situation with a phone call.
He would've
Gucci
lost
wasn't
that one.
having it. At that point, you got to leave it alone. Now, if that was Charlamagne's wife or something like that, then I would want him to step up and be like, hey, bro, you watch your mouth when you talking about my people. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, him and Angela Yee are co-workers.
Yeah.
So you gotta respect it.
You gotta. He did it. He did business. And the reason I'm saying that they just co-workers and they just doing business. How many interviews have they had since the Gucci Mane interview? They done had about 4 or 5. They don't bring it up on the show. They don't confront each other on the show.
Yeah, you're right.
So it looks to me like they just doing the job. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, but it's a
Right.
place for business and it's a place
It's a
for
place for business. It's a place for, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I feel like it's a certain level. Like we brothers, we family, we talk after the show. We actually kick it after the show. And I feel like the Breakfast Club had that at one point. But going back to my initial point, I feel like it's been friction between Charlamagne and Angela Yee before the whole Gucci
don't think so.
gate.
I ain't never seen no real like.
I'm a Breakfast Club connoisseur.
I watch. Trust me, I watch every episode as soon as it come out. Every 50 minutes, I'm there, tuned in. I watch Angela Yee, her little podcast. I watch it all. I really don't think it was nothing like. I just feel like she just felt disrespected at the situation because she felt like after all them years of them being, like on the Breakfast Club together and all that, she thought he should have like, at least like tried to, dead the situation instead of him.
He
just
tried to dead the situation. Now he didn't take up for it.
Yeah.
I will say that. I go back on my. He didn't take up for it. He did try to dead the situation. He was like, man, why don't you get on the phone with them and talk to him? But Gucci wasn't having it, man. That's Guwap. Man, what you gonna do to Guwap?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
can't do
Charlotte
nothing to
ain't built
Guwap.
like that, man. He ain't finna do nothing to Guwap.
Man got smacked in the back of the head, man.
Charlotte ain't finna do nothing to Guwap. Looking back at the situation, I think Charlotte could have. I feel like he could have took up for them a little more, but
Yeah,
We
only so much you can do.
we don't know. We don't know their real relationship.
It's over now.
Sometimes I feel like they got a real close family, like sibling relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they just co-workers. You under dig?
Yeah.
But with that being said, we enjoyed y'all gotta.
So, and I forgot this. So the Roundtable, right, is starting a show, and we and it's something that has been on my mind heavy, right? And I'm involving any and everybody. It's uncut, it's real. You can come over there and say whatever you want, right? It's no filter. But I'm calling it the knowledge of us. You know what I'm saying? The people, us, our people.
Yeah.
And it's it's all type of topics, man. It's all type of topics, you know, and of course it's been done before, right? We not saying that this is something that hasn't been done before, or this is not something that I haven't seen or anything like that. But it's our version, right? It's the Roundtable's version. So this Sunday we're gonna be shooting and talking about relationship advice. We're gonna take two people that's in a relationship and they not together, you know what I'm saying? But it's two people separately that are in different relationships. Two people that are in situationships that are committed to saying they are in situationships.
Where y'all shooting at?
Just I'll get that to
After
you.
show?
Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah, I'll get that to you.
So you might have to bring OG being 10, man. On there.
I'm in a lot of situations.
And then we got two people that are single. You know what I'm saying? And of course, like I said, this is recorded, but it's for our page. You know what I'm saying? To be more interactive. I've seen some things before where I've seen a setting of just great dialogue. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, why not bring it here again? Why if there's a need for it and we can create it, why not bring it here? One of the next shows after the relationship show is gonna be being a black woman in America. And then I'm gonna do the flip side, being a black man in America. Right. I'm gonna do a music, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do one about sneakers and clothing. Like I said, man, it's so many topics. Mental health, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. I'm gonna even, you know, it ain't just about black people. I'm gonna bring some white professors. How do you feel being a white professor at a HBCU? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Things that, like I said, I felt there was a need for some answers, and I'm gonna ask around, and I'm gonna try to get them answers, and then I'm gonna put it out there for we. It's not just a me thing, but it's us, the Roundtable. We gonna put it out there, whether it's people from our organization participating, or whether I ask one of you all to be on the show, you know what I'm saying, to do that. So, you know, be looking forward to that, because it's coming every week, every 2 weeks. We trying to get it right. Yeah. We trying to get it and put it out there. So if y'all ever want to, you know what I'm saying, get on the show, don't hesitate. You know, it's like I said, we coming with open arms. We accepting anybody. If you feel like, and this is for anybody, y'all feel like y'all got something y'all just want to talk about on the show, and it's not a place that you can do it, we'll have it. So, and like I said, there's no filter. You can come in there and say all the everything you want to say that's on your mental. So go ahead and do that.
Man, he just death rowed our show, man. He just Suge Knight us,
Nah.
You tired of LU broadcasting?
You tired of the
all
president
in the videos?
being in every video, man. Come on over to death row. Man, he just come up in my piece, try to Suge Knight us, dog. He try to Suge Knight us. We just got Suge Knighted.
Man.
It's gonna get cut out the episode, man.
Hey.
Nah, man, we support you, bro. We with you. But that was some Suge Knight type.
Nah.
Hey, you tired of the LU broadcasters?
No, but see,
president in every episode, man.
We need y'all. That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Yeah. We need y'all. It's got to be more than one outlet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be more than one place or setting where people can get it off their chest. It's everything that I can say on the show, on my show, I couldn't say on this show, or vice versa. Everything I could say on my show, y'all couldn't say, you know what I'm saying? However I said it, whatever I said, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Yeah. So it ain't about step. Like I said, bro, we not trying to step on no toes. Cause we appreciate y'all.
Man, we try to be nice, bro. Hey man, come on the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
We breaking rules. We do guests every 2 weeks. We brought them on the
man. Come on, man. Come be on the show, man.
Y'all could be
come on our show.
You could be y'all could be one of the first shows, man. We'll give y'all one of the first shows.
Because I just asked, he was like, nah, man, look, anyway, You man, come up in our piece.
I'm telling you, man, we love and appreciate y'all. We love and appreciate y'all, man. It's all love, man. I promise you.
Nah, man, it's all love, man. We rock with you, big O, man. We gonna support whatever anybody, you know what I'm saying? You black,
y'all hear the saltiness in his voice, though, man. It's like. Big O, you shouldn't have said that.
You on our show. We look.
Oh, you see how he doing me that? Go ahead.
You the one came to. You in our territory over here doing this, man.
Look, man.
Adonis, man, clear it up, bro. Big O, I don't think Big O gonna. Hey, bro,
man, hey.
Adonis.
Hey.
Look at Adonis. Clear this up, bro.
Bro, listen, bro. I don't know what that man. Look, he said some things. Look, we doing some things. He said some things. We gonna leave it at that. I don't even.
So y'all gonna jump on me like he wasn't just against T-Pain, and now y'all jumping on me.
Wait a minute.
Adonis gotta clear it up. bro.
T-Pain is T-Pain. Listen, look, T-Pain is
We
T-Pain.
ain't, look, we ain't
man.
talking about T-Pain. Look, y'all not hit home, man. We ain't talk. Look, Adonis, please.
Bro, bro. We got this show on Sunday, man. Look, hey, we talk about anything, everything. Let's put it like this. Look, we got CAB.
Yeah.
Right? They can say certain things, but they can't say a lot. That's Cartoon Network. Roundtable. That's Adult Swim. We say what we want to say. You feel me? We free out here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look.
He just called us Cartoon Network.
No, CAB, they ain't Cartoon Network.
No, but I see what he was. He called us Cartoon.
We part of that
No,
too.
listen.
We Cartoon Network.
Bro, listen. Listen.
Donis, you good? Hey,
No, listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you.
homie. You good,
Next,
bro.
he was gonna say.
Listen.
Next, he was gonna say we Disney XD.
No,
Right.
We ain't even Disney, we XD.
No, I'm finna call y'all.
We
like,
HBO,
y'all like,
they
look,
BET.
y'all like the BET. You
We
feel
the
me?
Oscars. They the BET Awards. We the Krusty Krab. They the Chum Bucket.
We
Hey,
Nick
Man,
at night.
Look, bro, we get it. Hey, man, we thank you guys for coming out, bro. Warm welcome and round of applause, man, for y'all coming
Oh,
out.
man.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all coming, man. Y'all gave us a lot of good content. And you underdig, y'all ever need anything for y'all show?
Oh, we getting blessed by the president?
Hey, man, y'all ever need anything for y'all show, man?
Oh
just hit
man,
us up,
that's
bro.
love, man.
Don't ask.
Y'all just hit us up, man. But
Look, cause he know I'm trying not to break hearts right now, for real.
what happened?
Nah, because I was like, if you need anything, I said, don't ask.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Nah,
y'all
I'll play it,
bro. Look, bro, we
I'm trying to leave it in as solid of a place as it's gonna be right now.
Man, say what's on your
And
chest.
Aaron know
man.
what I'm talking about.
Man, say what's on your
Yeah,
chest,
say
man.
what's on your chest.
Say what you feeling, oh.
Man, I gotta give a great shout out, man, to our filmer.
Oh.
Hey! He didn't tell me this was he just said we was doing some
Hey, end the show.
big.
Cut the cameras off.
Listen.
Hey, cut the cameras off.
Peace.
Hey, D-Lo, lock the door.